What are your thoughts on the Mike Lopez tournament?
We starting off hot or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah. Alright, so I mean, fuck it. I mean, a clown just showed up. Nah, honestly, fuck it, because I mean, shit's already like caused like so many people already to like get hate or whatever. Honestly,
Yeah.
I think the whole fucking tournament's a joke. I really do. I think it's designed to fucking ego stroke everybody, who has a fucking ego in this fucking community. What do you call it? It's not legit. I don't know why, one, people take it too seriously, because winning doesn't mean anything, because it's not based on talent or skill. It's honestly based on who can fucking cry to their friends and get more votes. Because that's what everybody fucking did, practically. Almost everybody. What do you call it? So, it's just a joke. And honestly, like, there's so many people, and I don't know why, one, if you're going to do a tournament or whatever, I don't know why, what do you call it? You have it so tiny, because there's so many people deserving to be on a who's the best in the yard bullshit, besides the fucking, like however many was on that shit. And really, it's the same fucking, like, 10 people that are fucking reviewed for that bullshit, so it's biased. It don't mean a thing or whatever, but, people get fucking butthurt over that crap, so... I think it's personally a joke, and people take it too fucking... I mean, and especially this past one, because this past one fucking caused, so many people to get fucking shit and fucking harassed or whatever. Like, fuck it. What happened?
The Mike Lopez tournament is very political.
Yeah, I don't know, and this supposedly goes on like every year or some shit, and it doesn't get any better. But the dude who posted it probably loves the attention. He's an attention-seeking whore, so that's probably why he does it.
What's good here, Gemini? Yeah, for the people that are in the live, can you tell me if there's a black screen? Because for some reason,
Aries is two-faced. Yeah, I know I'm two-faced. Everybody hates me.
Aries is two-faced.
It's about Aaron Blaze or whatever.
Aaron Blaze. Hey, yeah, he won the semifinals. Yeah, he's
like I said. Everybody cried around for votes.
Yeah.
It's all biased. It's bullshit. It don't mean a thing.
No.
And people want to get butthurt over it, and then when they get called out for crying over votes and all that bullshit, they get all hissy-fissy too.
Yeah, that's pretty much what. I remember I got put one of Mike Lopez to Australian backyard wrestler, and like.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, like I didn't do. I wasn't taking anyone for story, and that's it.
You see, I think like Jack Delta posted on his story about, if you're crying about you're not in the tournament, do better, and it's not even like that's irrelevant, because like, what do you call it? No matter how hard you work, if you don't kiss ass to certain people, like, you're not gonna be put on those lists.
Nah.
Like, for me personally, I think that I fucking bust my ass, enough to be put on a list like that, but I don't kiss ass to nobody, because I don't got time for that bullshit. Nobody puts me on like list or whatever. Not that I care personally or whatever, but just as an example, like, you can't really work hard to be put on them lists because it's so biased. That dude puts on people he fucking dick sucks on those lists, or he puts people on the list that he wants to fucking get attention from. So, I mean, you can't really,
pretty much. Actually, something just. Why not do a backyard Nexus best backyard wrestler, and they have all the top guys from the top federations in the Nexus, and just have them in a tournament.
What, that your idea, or did somebody come with that?
Oh no, I just came up with it.
I mean, I feel like, man, I don't know like how to like go about doing like a tournament like that, because like there's no way to avoid, you know, it being biased, you know, unless like we legitimately put like everybody and had like everybody vote, you know, with like everybody being an option, you know.
Yeah.
But then again, like,
Yeah.
but then again, those lists just stroke egos, and egos are like a cancer that everybody has, you know. And stroking egos is like it's not good, you know. I mean, don't get me wrong. Everybody in the Nexus, I'm positive wouldn't become toxic or you know, would make the like something like that bad if it was like a Nexus version.
Yeah.
But it would be everybody on the outside that would make it toxic and not fun, you know. Because then people on the outside would be like, "Oh, you guys are hypocritical now, doing your own shit, like blah blah blah," and then they'll just ruin all the fun. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah. I guess it's like people that would be out of that Nexus would make it all toxic.
And they'll just kill all the fun. So there comes the point. It's like, sure, we want to recognize people for the the good stuff that they do, but then it's like at the same time, like people are going to just make the experience and ruin the the celebration. You know?
Yeah. Yeah. And Joshua Allen and we were talking about it last night. That wrestling is what it used to be with egos take the fun out of it and everything.
Yeah. I understand. Everybody has an ego. All right, like I said, everybody has an ego, but it's up to you what you make out of that ego. You know what I'm saying? Like, what do you call it? You can people can have a good ego, right? I mean, at that point, you can just call it like a confidence or whatever. But a lot of people don't know how to exercise their egos, and it just becomes a fucking toxic void that they spit out on everybody. But
yeah, that's pretty much what back then.
Honestly, I don't know what went wrong with backyard wrestling, because backyard wrestling used to be like a fucking cult, like a fucking dope ass shit, like so cool at the point where like we had backyard wrestling documentaries on fucking TV. We had fucking 2 fucking licensed backyard wrestling games on the fucking Xbox and PlayStation.
Yeah, it was that
shit was mainstream, but now like honestly, in my opinion, backyard wrestling is booming right now, in my opinion, but not booming like it was in the early 2000s. Will we ever get to that point of, a boom period of backyard wrestling? No.
Probably.
Backyard wrestling will never get as fucking popular as it was back in the day. It will never. Backyard wrestling will never go mainstream again, and BYW will never get recognized like it was back in the day. Why? I mean, there's a lot of factors, but even if, the opportunity arose, I don't think that mainstream wants to see backyard wrestling now.
Yeah.
Because, back then it was almost like a brotherhood. Everybody was trying to kill it and just, have fun and love the sport of wrestling. Now it's a fucking toxic fucking, like, petty bullshit fucking disgusting cesspool,
Yeah.
I mean, granted, there are some good spots, here and there. Like, not everybody and not everything and Fed is fucking toxic and shit. Like, the Nexus and, like, just Feds like that. But,
Backyard. Hey, what did I miss? Sorry, I had to answer if I. Oh, we're just talking about how backyard wrestling used to be with the VHS tapes. People don't.
Frost Yarder, he commented, people don't take the risk like they do, they don't do it for the love of the game. And, like, that's another feature, like one of the major reasons why Backyard Wrestling was booming back in the day was also because pro wrestling was in their biggest boom period. You had the Monday Night Wars, WCW, WWE, you had ECW, you had the fucking death match fucking in Japan and shit,
CW, Combat Zone Wrestling.
What happened?
You also have CZW as well.
I mean, that was later in, like, the 2000s, but, like, really where it started going mainstream and booming was, like, in the 90s, and that's what's, like, the Monday Night Wars and bullshit. And that's when wrestling was probably more mainstream than it is, And even though wrestling is going through another boom period right now with, like, AEW and shit, like I said, just how the community is and how just society in general is, people would look down upon BYW and, like, the kids doing it, if it did women. Because people are more sensitive, People are more sensitive nowadays.
Like, if I'm being honest, probably the internet is the reason. Like, don't get me wrong. On one hand, it's good because you can post stuff and get it out there. But the other side, trying to be fake. And, like, back then, you could even get, like, you could get your own wrestling fed on public feed.
They're fucking Frost Yarder said that, it used to be the love for the game and, like, everybody won. And I think, everybody could have fun if they developed their own legacies, their own character, like how, like, the indies do it. Like, I really don't know, like, what, like, because
what went wrong?
Like, we all love wrestling, right? We all love wrestling. That's why we do backyard wrestling, right? Yeah. We're not of the scale of indie. We're just below indie. Like, I don't understand why the brotherhood's not there, honestly. Like, a lot of the times, you go out for, like, collaborations or advice, and you just get shit on, or somebody's just fucking toxic and fucking just a piece of shit.
Yeah.
Not saying that shit's not in, like, indie level or, like, like the top of the mountain pro, like, level, like WWE and shit, but, like, there's almost little to no fucking brotherhood in backyard wrestling.
There's not.
There's bands of, groups and stuff here and there, like, like the Nexus and, like, Infinity, but, like, you can argue, like, Infinity is all toxic people, or, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, man, I don't know. Just the state of backyard wrestling.
No, I found this website not long ago, but there's a backyard wrestling link, like a website that's on 1997. That long, and it's like if you go on it, it's backyardwrestlinglink.com. They got videos. They even got fucking maps of locations where different races are. Fuck, they got, like, all snippets here. They even got ones that now, like, they got YBW.
I think I'm on that list. I think I'm on that list. I remember the dude hit me up about being on that list. One of my real quick, sponsor me, bang. Just saying, yes sir, bang. Trying to wake up.
But yeah, it's crazy how I found it.
I know, real quick, Josh Allen. And it wasn't just, like, the people, like, in backyard wrestling back in the day that made, like, backyard wrestling, like, popular. Because, like, I mean, look, we're not going to go into fact that there are some really good and talented people in backyard wrestling today. Yeah. Like I said, it was factors of, like, pro wrestling being in its biggest boom period. Pro wrestling being mainstream in the 90s, with WCW, with WWE, the Monday Night Wars, with ECW, and, like, it being popular and so many people liking it, but now it's just, I honestly, I don't know. I think the old generation left, a new generation fucking took over, got cocky, and fucking, I don't know.
Yeah. It's just the new generation. That's,
You know, and as much as I pride myself with the Backyard Wrestling Nexus, you know, to get a whole bunch of good companies together and like, you know, showcase the good side and really, people can argue the Backyard Wrestling Nexus is a piece of shit and is toxic. You know, everything's just a double-edged sword in fucking Backyard Wrestling, but you know, eh, and like people who may see this or hear about this and like may be scared to ever do Backyard Wrestling, like it's you can still have fun, but you just have to be careful, honestly, in the community. Like the community is filled with landmines.
yeah.
I mean, if you're wanting to do backyard wrestling, I would 100% recommend doing backyard wrestling, but
Yeah.
you got to be careful in the community.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say stay out of the community, stay off of social media in the backyard wrestling community, because I mean, social media is key. Honestly, with whatever profession you're going into, social media is key. So you kind of have to go into the BYWC like it on Instagram or whatever. But I would just proceed with caution. Look, that's backyard wrestling merch. Proceed with caution, and then I'm gonna have a fucking like. Hey, you know what? I should make merch like that. Just backyard wrestling merch in general. Proceed with caution. Destination: the backyard wrestling community. I might do that. I might honestly do that. I should start making like backyard wrestling themed merch. Would people buy that? Honestly, like not BYWN branded merch, just backyard wrestling branded merch. If I start selling that, who would buy that shit? First one, proceed with caution. Destination: backyard wrestling community. Look at that. First search.
Yeah. Just came up with that on the spot.
And I mean, let's not try to get onto the bandwagon of let's shit on Infinity because we're Nexus people. I mean, look, Infinity's doing what Infinity's doing, I mean, whatever, but
Next story.
still, we're
I upload. I'm going to post a link to the Backyard Wrestling Nexus Instagram and YouTube. I think the Nexus group chat is like deleted, right?
What happened?
Gunshot said he's gonna post his next episode of the federation that he's working for to the Backyard Wrestling Nexus Instagram chat. And that got deleted.
The Instagram chat is deleted. The chat's now on Discord. Everything's on Discord now. Honestly, I love Discord. It's so smooth to use and organize everything. I honestly don't know why I didn't hop on board with the Discord trend when the Nexus first started. It's really not like everybody. I guess like Discord gets like the gaming rep. It's for gaming. It's for gamers. If it's not gaming or anything like that. Honestly, no. Like it's such like. Even for like businesses, like in general, because like you can make like so many different channels within the group for specific things, and then you can assign roles, and then like there's just so much shit you can do on Discord and organize everything so much better. Honestly, I'm really glad we moved to Discord. I mean, we're still trying to get into getting used to using Discord and like setting into Discord, but I think it's one of the best decisions I made for the Nexus.
Yeah. Wait. So the people that are watching, I need like an answer. Is my camera from your point of view like black because Aries can't see shit?
Okay, try turning off your camera and turning it back on. Let's see if that helps.
That might work. Did it work?
No, I still see black.
What the hell? Bro, on my screen, it's just...
Can you see you and me?
Yeah, I can see myself, but you can't see.
Here, let me see this. Yeah, no, the people can see you. The people can see you, just I can't see you. I mean, I have you pulled up on my computer.
Okay, so you can see me on your computer.
Yeah, on my computer. So I mean, the live people in the chat can see it.
Okay.
Damn. But,
Okay. Good.
let's see. Hold on, real quick. You still owe me that match, Aries. But shit, come down to Florida. I'll beat you again. 2-0 against Josh Allen.
80K.
Nah, fucking. I don't think a lot of people like even remember that or know that. I'm 1-0 against Josh Allen from TBW. Back in 2017, me and Josh did like a little collab feud because Josh was actually trying to come down to Florida, but we ended up just running the angle where I won by forfeit because at the time TBW had a faction called C4. It was like their major heel group, and the story was I paid them off to attack Josh, so he couldn't come. So I would win by forfeit.
Ah, yeah.
So I'm 1-0 against the big dog of TBW. I mean, honestly, like the whole like TBW situation of like what TBW did back in the day, and like all that drama filled. I mean, you can forgive but not forget. I mean, I try not to hold. I mean, honestly, nowadays, like what happened was scummy and disgusting. What happened back in the day, but like, man, life's too short to hold grudges and just fucking sit there filled with anger and fucking,
Yeah.
I'm chilling now, but
Yeah. Like, first thing we'll say about like this other Fed, I personally like it's like too much. It's not even. It's just post. No need for like.
honestly, honestly, like if realistically everybody was like nice to each other and worked together, or like at least like respected everybody, you know how powerful backyard wrestling could be, like realistically. Not saying it would go mainstream and like blow the fuck up, but like in our bubble of like, our little bubble of, whatever that we're in, you know how powerful backyard wrestling as a community would be.
Yeah, it would be big. Like, back then, like in the early 2000s, 90s, compared to now, on the amount of federations, they win by like a whole mile. I'm pretty, because it was mainly in America, mainly in the US where the backyard wrestling, but there was like.
I mean, who knows? Maybe one day, we can kind of maybe break the little barrier of like mainstream.
Maybe, possibly.
Maybe.
Who knows?
Maybe, I don't know. Like maybe we can be like, if we realistically all got together and like respected everybody and just worked hard. Who knows? Maybe we can get like a semi-big, just like indie production group to make a documentary about backyard wrestling. Nowadays, like this generation of backyard wrestling, because I mean that could be a possibility. That could be a possibility, but will we ever get a fucking backyard wrestling 3 game for the fucking Xbox or some shit? Probably fucking not. Probably never.
Yeah.
Unless fucking one of us, go to fucking game production school and learn how to fucking build a game and build a fucking game.
Yeah. Well, there's always fucking that game called, well, it was like a children's.
Hey, somebody make a backyard wrestling game on fucking Roblox. We'll call it a day.
Yeah. The funny thing, I actually know a few amount of friends that are like pretty good Roblox developers, so I could suggest that to them. I'd be like, hey, make a wrestling Roblox game, and everybody.
Is there like? I don't play Roblox, but is there like wrestling? Like, can you actually like? Would it even work on Roblox?
Oh yeah. There's like a community to it. It's called Row Wrestling.
Really? Shit, let's get the backyard wrestling community on Roblox.
Man, that actually, that's not a terrible idea.
Even if it's not like on fucking like an Xbox, or like, because like probably like the easiest like probably the easiest, consoles to get it on would be like probably like PC. That'd probably be like, but like, or like what's that one like cheap wrestling game that like everybody plays? It's like what is it called? It's like that Wrestling Revolution shit, whatever the fuck it's called.
It's yeah. I know which one you're talking about.
Because maybe we can fucking make like the back of wrestling community on that bullshit or some shit. That'd be so fucking cool. Do like a let's play on YouTube and like that'd be so fucking dope. But definitely will probably never get to the point of like getting like a licensed like back of wrestling game on like an Xbox, like the PlayStation. But maybe one day, like I'm maybe like one day, maybe hopefully, like if like the community cleans up and and shit, we can maybe break the barrier just a little bit, just crack it a little.
Yeah,
Saying
there actually was 2 backyard wrestling games that came out on the PS2.
That's what I'm talking about. But we would never get to that point ever.
Yeah, Steel. I'll definitely you on the Wired Up podcast soon. We just need a schedule time and we'll do it. Just make sure you show up.
Oh, and Gunshot, 18 was just a normal one-on-one. 2019 was the cage match. So
yeah, I mean, the 2 backyard wrestling games were. The first one was mostly Insane Clown Posse, and they fucking carried that shit. You actually got people from DZW. You got like Nick Monster. You got Xander. You got New Jack. Yes.
I mean, but then again, like the fact that they acknowledged backyard wrestling is what matters, Because I'm pretty sure they have create a superstar in it, so like you could technically make yourself.
Remember playing the first backyard wrestling game? Never played Backyard Wrestling 2. There goes the neighborhood. Yeah,
I've never played either or, but now with like honestly, that'd be like a really good idea for like a gaming series on my like YouTube. Do like a fucking let's play of like backyard wrestling, because like with emulators, like you can practically get anything for free now.
Yeah, actually, I know this fucking funny fact. There's like game modes. No, game difficulty, easy, medium, hard. But there's in one of the backyard video games, I don't know, there's a difficulty called Porn Star.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm hoping backyard wrestling could like become like I just hope backyard wrestling one day could be like more than what it is. Because like I mean, for some of us, this is the end destination in our wrestling journey. So, some of us are stuck in the like backyard wrestling community, whether we can't afford to go pro, or hell, some of us choose to stay in here because of the freedom and the fun. Because I mean, hell, like how many backyard wrestling feds now have like a real wrestling ring? Like it's so easy to just. I mean, it's not like easy because like you got to get the money. But if you have the money, how easy it is to just get a fucking wrestling ring. Just buy it,
Like, I'm pretty sure... I can only think of 4 federations that ended up actually having a pro ring. That is ESW, POR Wrestling, MX...
Shit, like everybody has a fucking ring. Like, TBW has a ring. UWA has a ring. PWF, I mean, same shit as TBW. VTW, like a lot of fucking feds have rings. OMW, RWW has a ring. They fucking started on the ground, worked their way up to it. Like, it's wild. Like the potential of backyard wrestling. It's there. And I mean, shit. Some backyard wrestling companies are almost indie level, quality. But
yeah, W soon. Yeah, even AK says KTW.
But man, the state of backyard wrestling. Controversial. hate are we gonna get for shit like this? Even though, I mean, we kind of kept it neutral. I mean, but you know, somebody out there is gonna fucking nitpick something and fucking shit on you or me. Probably me, because everybody hates Anthony Aries.
Not me.
Like Aaron Billy said, two-faced.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I'll actually take it up to my friends about that backyard wrestling video game. Fine.
Honestly, that would be so fucking cool. Honestly, to kind of break the ceiling, break the barrier of backyard wrestling. Yeah. You know.
Yeah, like.
But the problem is, like, if we start to break that barrier and people start looking in, like, we got to worry about what are they gonna see. You know, if they see the toxicity and all that fucking scum and shit, it's just gonna drive them right back away. So, like I said, everything's just a double-edged sword with this. You know, what can you do?
Yeah.
But I mean, it would be fucking dope. Honestly, it'd be so dope to see like a fucking updated backyard wrestling doc on like now's generation. Not saying it has to be some crazy fucking mainstream shit like the old ones used to be, but like I said, get like an indie fucking director to do it, and you know, maybe it gets a couple thousand views on YouTube, you know, but hey, at least it's there, you know, and it's not fucking made, you know, from just one of us, you know, trying to fucking. Or like the game idea. The game idea would be cool too. You know, fucking a fan ordered me a fucking pop figure, like an Anthony Aries pop figure.
What?
So like, yeah, dead ass. Like I guess on their website you can make custom pop figures.
Really?
Yeah, so like that's pretty, like, hell, even if we fucking, but like what if we got a fucking line of like backyard wrestling action figures? Like how cool would that would be? You know?
Oh, that would be awesome.
But you know, I mean, I looked up how much to make like action figures. Shit's expensive.
How much is it?
The website I found was fucking like $400 to make one figure.
Wow.
Now I'm sure, like, if you made a deal with like a company, like I'm pretty sure it'd be cheap, like maybe like $400 for like a whole fucking line. I mean, probably not $400. You'd probably pay like probably a bit more than fucking $400 to make a full line of figures. But like, we need investors. We need investors. Somebody win a fucking lottery. Win the lottery. Fucking put it into backyard wrestling.
Yeah, put that shit on. I mean,
because like I said, like there's so much gems in backyard wrestling that you can argue are indie level or like, you know, are pretty good, you know.
Yeah.
You know, what can you do?
80K says, bro, a Ledger 2-pack would be epic.
Shit, like get everybody in there, you know, get like a fucking Anthony Aries, fucking, you know, and just like you know, just a whole bunch of fucking, you know, figures.
Yo,
that'd be so cool. But then it goes back to the point. We start to crack that barrier. What are they going to see inside? Are they going to see shit that's going to scare them away, and you know, shun us again? Because look, the society is fucking sensitive as shit now. You can't say fucking. You can't do or say the shit you did back in the day. Because if you do, people are going to get hissy-fissies, you know? So that's why it's so important to, especially with the Nexus, to, you know, get everybody together, fucking fix your shit, stop being fucking toxic scumbags, you know? Be together. Look, I'm not saying you got to fucking like everybody, you know? But at least respect their passion, respect the drive, respect the work rate. You know, hell, one of the fucking ancient quotes: "If you ain't got something to say, don't fucking say it at all." Because what a lot of people do when they fucking hate somebody, they go public. Let me fucking spam fucking stories and won't shut up about you on fucking lives and fucking posts and shit. Just shut up, handle it privately, or just. You know how easy it is to fucking ignore somebody, especially if they're on, you know, them via social. Just block them and move on. You know, don't engage. You know, because the backyard wrestling community is so peaceful. and like we started to do shit like that where we get a doc made, we we get a game out, we get fucking all this bullshit, people are gonna see into that and be like, okay, we can maybe respect this, like it's like, like we respect the low ranks of professional wrestling, aka the indies. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah, I get what you're saying.
But then again, even if we solve the issue like that, there's going to be people out there who's going to doubt that. Oh, the backyard wrestling community, we can't do that. That's not a good idea. You're asking for too much. But
yeah, pretty much.
Here, let's see what else you can.
The one that I would love to see would be this one gear we're next. Oh, was it the gear that you showed me, PTK? And
get everybody to get a fucking gear. That'd be so fucking dope, man. But like I said, before we do any of that, we got to clean up the community.
Yeah.
I'm trying to do it with the Nexus, or at least I opened up the doors to that, with the Nexus. But like I said, it all comes down to we got to fix the community before we do any of the fucking shit like that.
Yeah, we got to.
Because I mean, I'm positive that like I said, I'm positive we can at least crack the barrier a little bit with shit like that. But obviously not go mainstream like it was in the '90s, just because of how society is and and everything like that. So you say you barely say a curse word and people get all fucking Karen like so, but.
Yeah.
Man, I really think that would be fucking dope as shit, though.
Yeah, I reckon I would too.
I mean, even taking small steps at a time. Like making a little mini game on Roblox of backyard wrestling, and like having some top stars, in it, and then promoting the shit out of it to eventually maybe going, a little further with that, where we get a little fucking mobile indie game out, or like a little computer. It doesn't have to be perfect, but steps at a time. But
yeah,
I mean that's the reason why I started the Nexus. Start cleaning up shit, start making a safe haven, so like we can maybe get a little up there, but it's obviously not a one-man thing. Obviously, I know that, but I at least opened the doors. I mean, we got a strong band in the Nexus, but there's people out there who shit on the Nexus, so that says everything that says everything we need to know too. Like if you're someone who shits on the Nexus when the Nexus literally just has good intentions in mind only, what can you do?
Yeah, but how many federations?
Honestly, I don't know, but we've cooled down with recruiting people because, with all these feds getting a ring and all that shit, people kind of just want to do their own thing, which respect to them. I mean, you don't necessarily, I'm not forcing people to be in the Nexus, but I mean, you don't even have to be in the Nexus to, be a part of the movement, cleaning up shit. Just don't start shit. Don't be shit, It's not really that hard, but.
Yeah. As soon as this stream ends, I'm going to start working a fucking backyard wrestling Roblox game. That shit would be mad.
Shit, I mean, if we really get that done, I would promote that on the fucking Nexus channel. I'd promote that anywhere I could. It's literally just small steps like that we got to take. I mean, some of it, we have to be the catalyst in. And we have to make that step, but and who knows? People may see the drive, the passion we have for this, and be invested in it. Like an indie doc maker, could stumble upon this somehow, some way, and be like, "Man, these motherfuckers got passion. Let me look into this." And then look what will happen. But
yeah,
like I love backyard wrestling, and with my current situation, like having kids, having a family, and like this is my end destination. This is the closest I'm going to get to the bright lights of professional wrestling. So while I'm here and while I'm still able to do this, I'm going to do the most I can to help this community. And like this is the closest I'm going to get to the bright lights of professional wrestling. So while I'm here and while I'm still able to do this, I'm going to do the most I can to help this community. And like this is the closest I'm going to get to the bright lights of professional wrestling. So while I'm here and while I'm still able to do this, I'm going to do the most I can to help this community. That's all I care about, honestly. You know, hell, I mean, there's been some success. I mean, shit, like backyard wrestling branched off to YouTube wrestling. You know,
Yeah.
YouTube wrestling being like not indie, but a little bit of basically like a backyard fed with a ring. They call themselves
Yeah.
YouTube wrestling.
Yeah. I actually had basically everyone had these goals for like success. I had 3 goals for BEW, and those 3 goals were, get an actual audience for like a pay-per-view, and we sort of had that for fight night, but I'm talking about like a big audience, trying to like with like 100 people. And my second thing was to get it on, like public access TV. That's still going on, and I was like, okay, I could try to get BW on public access TV. And my third goal was to get to 10,000 subscribers.
Does ESW even have 10,000 subscribers?
One of their channels did. Then the one that they had, like 7,000.
No, they're almost. Their current channel right now is their current channel right now is at 7.8.
Yeah, close enough.
Let me see their old. I mean,
Yeah, old got like.
I mean, with how backyard wrestling is nowadays, like, yeah, like their old channel had fucking like 32,000.
Yeah.
But then again, like with the state of backyard wrestling, how less popular and it was back then. Because when ESW was going, they were going like towards like the end of the boom period. Like they were still in the boom period, but by the time they got the ring and like really got going like that, the boom period was over.
Yeah.
But shit, like the year FBW started the year after ESW ended, or ended their backyard wrestling days. Because I know like now you can argue ESW is almost like an indie, honestly.
Yeah. Pretty much.
Like a low ranking indie. But yeah, no, FBW started in 2012.
FBW.
Yep, FBW, Florida Backyard. My original home company.
Yeah. Let's talk about that Elite Florida championship.
Hey, I'm not saying anything, but a Florida scene, a Florida company in the Florida scene. I'm the saint of backyard wrestling. I own Florida. Florida is my scene. So I don't know. I might have to give that a look.
Yeah.
You can't be a Florida Fed without the saint of backyard wrestling. Florida is my scene. I was the king of Florida. Let's be honest. There hasn't been a Florida Fed on the level of FBW ever. Or I don't know about ever, but at least in our generation. There was a Fed called MSW. They ran a show called MSW Storm. They were a trampoline Fed. They were in Florida, but they got going a little bit. They almost filled the void that FBW did, but they looks like they ended. And then that wrestling internet wrestling evolution, the cinematic guy with like Stingray, they're actually located about like an hour and a half away from me, but they never got going in. We're never close to the level of FBW. So FBW, I run the South. Come on.
You're South. All right. Did I announce it? I'm gonna try something that you might want to have a look at. So I've had a think about it, and this picture will say it all. You ready?
Yeah, what's up? What are you about to announce?
Have a look.
Oh shit. Yeah, I have you pulled up on my computer so I can see.
Got away. I've been holding it for like 10 seconds.
Oh shit, really? Oh, it's probably just a delay. God damn it. Oh shit, what is that? Man, this fucking Instagram's really fucking me up. So what is BWDU? You going pro or something?
Backyard wrestling down under.
Oh shit.
Mm-hmm.
Is that a new fed or something? What you doing over there?
I'm gonna say this. Let's just say that I am working. I'm not the only one working. I'll say that, but we're gonna get a lot of new people that we were meant to show, but didn't have a chance to, and we're getting rid of mask characters that we had for BEW.
Wait, so you're running a new fed, a little upgraded fed?
Yeah, much more.
Oh shit! Oh shit! Look at Ace Reed coming back.
So I guess you can say that I'm back out of retirement.
Oh shit! Look at you. I'm glad. I'm glad you worked something out.
Yeah, I'm glad.
Right now, I'm working on fucking shit too. For backyard wrestling, obviously, you know, EFCW might be a little destination for the saint of backyard wrestling too. So,
Yes, sir.
man, that's dope. Look at Ace Reed coming back.
Yeah, the Australia. Oh, well, it's
Backyard
almost that,
wrestling.
but yeah, I'm back. I'm coming out of retirement to have one run.
I have one run. Let's go.
I actually got the belt, world title done, but
Wait, you already made the title?
yeah,
Oh shit!
it's right behind me. But I'm going to announce it, not here, but I will show you.
Yes, yo, send me a pic. DM me that. That'd be dope. I got that.
I will. It's
Um,
just, I think it's probably the best belt that I've made.
oh really?
Hands down, the best belt that I've made. And
I mean, from the belts that I saw for BEW, yeah, I don't doubt that.
yeah, I promise you, that BWDU, we're gonna change the game.
Change the game. Shit.
Mm-hmm.
I'm hoping though. I'm hoping though EFCW turns out to be good because having to travel to Georgia to wrestle is not fucking fun. Doing that so often. Worth it. It's worth it, but not. Yeah, I love them SGW guys, but you know,
Yeah.
I would like a base in my home area.
And welcome, Daily Athlete Hunt. Jeez.
Everybody, you guys have to rewatch this live. I'll probably post this live onto my YouTube channel too, most likely. You guys got to rewatch this shit, man. All these latecomers into this stream, man. Who's watching it live? Man, you guys missed like a whole less fucking deep conversation.
Yeah. You trust me, rewatch. It's worth it. It's worth it. We've been talking about pretty much how bad it is now, and
This is state of backyard wrestling, honestly.
yeah, pretty much. Of
I really might make like a backyard wrestling like clothesline, like a merch line of not just like backyard wrestling branded shit, but like just like backyard wrestling branded merch.
yeah,
Maybe do like parody, you know, fucking, you know, designs, but backyard wrestling themed. Just like merch that is just backyard wrestling themed in general. Backyard wrestling in general, not just backyard wrestling. I really might do that. I don't know who would be interested in actually buying shit like that, but I might start that up. and then all the proceedings can go into like a savings for like something to better this community.
Oh, I could probably go savings to the video game.
Yeah, fucking save up money to fucking pay off somebody to make a backyard wrestling fucking video game, or like a backyard wrestling doc or whatever, to get us some shit, man.
Yeah, that'd be epic.
I really would, man. I really would. I mean, who knows? I mean, we can only take it one step at a time, like I said, but, you know, we can't do it alone. Got to get everybody on board.
Yeah, and realistically, Roblox games are like,
I mean, Roblox is pretty popular. I mean, you know, a lot of people play Roblox, so.
Yeah, and because there's the road wrestling community, and once they see the backyard community, they're going to be, oh, this is interesting. We'll check it out. And I reckon if we play our cards right, and we could get some new people in the community.
I mean, like, yeah, I mean, but, you know, it all comes down to what, you know, we said earlier. I mean, you know, we can only hope, and we can only try as hard as we can, you know.
Yeah.
But good thing we got, you know, groups like the Nexus and stuff. But hell, I mean, there are people out there, like I said, who shit on the Nexus. So, I mean,
Yeah.
that is not a good look.
I mean, like, if we just put all the bullshit aside, what really matters, then we'd have a better play.
Hell, like, I mean, like, I'm trying to get fucking, you know, wrestlers and guys in the community together to, like, you know, even do some like non-wrestling projects, you know, maybe start up like a backyard wrestling Nexus like gaming network, and just like branch out to other communities to lure people into, like that's another way, you know, to get people, you know, or like grow and like expand our horizons for like opportunities and shit, you know.
Yeah.
But
And we can take it one step at a time.
one step at a time. You know, we do have another. I might have to honestly cancel the next Backyard Wrestling fucking Nexus collab show because shit's dying down. But I mean, who knows what's gonna happen? But you know, we're chugging along. We're chugging along. Look at them 6 ass titles behind me.
Yeah. 6. I got 1, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Fuck, how many? 5, 6, 7, 8, and 11 with the one back. God damn.
Shit, I'm missing the 24/7 title because I made that into a custom title for Jay Swervo, and he took that home and I don't know, did whatever with it, and then that's practically the only title that I'm missing. I mean, I'm missing the division title. We broke that for a storyline, and I think that title is in my shed. And then we have the original FBW title, which we burnt. We set on fire for a storyline, and that's also in my shed. But I'm not gonna hang them fucking up. I'm not that weird. And then I have the pro title behind my computer over here.
Yeah.
But yeah. Any more hard-hitting, controversial topics we're going to talk about today?
Yeah. Honestly, I might end it now, but next time that we will do another episode, I reckon we'll use StreamYard.
StreamYard, like, I actually do it on... I mean, I actually have StreamYard and OBS on my computer.
Yeah, easy. Like,
you know, that would, well, you know, to do it on Streamlabs and then like have people's questions pop up on screen or whatever. Do like a live shooting with the Saint.
Yeah. Yeah, it would be.
Yo, that actually be not a that would be a really good at do a live shooting with the Saint and then have questions and comments pop up on the screen and shit. Yeah, I can do that on Streamlabs. That actually would be really cool.
Yeah, it would.
Yeah, we're figuring out shit a lot on this stream. Got a backyard wrestling fucking clothesline, apparel, fucking got a live shooting with the Saint. I wanted to do like live reactions where like I sit in a fucking stream with somebody and just react to Backyard Wrestling. That would also be cool.
Yeah, yeah,
The possibilities and the potential for Backyard Wrestling.
yeah. The possibilities. All right. Well, I'm gonna end this now, but thanks to everyone who joined and tune in on the next episode of the Fight Up podcast, which will probably more than likely be James Taylor. So stay tuned. All right.
I appreciate you having me on. Anytime.
Of course, man. Anytime.
Anytime, brother.